Yes. Rockers rise up. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking through some of my personal favourite metal albums. I've got 5 here that I'm going to go through, talk about how I got into each band, talk about why I love this album so much, and why I love each album as much as I do, and yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, you guys, so this is realistically, these are in no particular order. These are some albums that I personally love. And if you'd want, let us know in the comments below what albums are some of your favourites as well. Are they all albums by one band, or are they a mix of different albums from different bands? That you say you might have a favourite album by Slayer, then you might have a favourite album by Cannibal Corpse, and then you might have a favourite band by Megadeth, and then Metallica, and then say, I don't know, for all intents and purposes, fucking Deep Purple or something. These are mine, like I said. Yeah, let's do it. So the first one I've got is Nightwish's Century Child. I originally got into Nightwish. I think I was actually listening to Evanescence one day, and I started it was at this point where I was actually starting to listen to like more like goth rock, goth metal kind of stuff. Like I started listening to like bands like Leaves' Eyes and Lacuna Coil at that point, and I came across these, and I clicked on the Spotify page. I'm like, alright, I'll give them a listen, and off I was just a fan of these guys right there and then, and to this day I still am. And this, in my opinion, is one of the best albums they've ever done. Why? Well, just listen to the track listing for this one. Bless the Child, End of All Hope, Dead to the World, Ever Dream, Slain the Dreamer, Forever Yours, Ocean Soul, Feel for You, The Phantom of the Opera, Beauty and the Beast, Long Lost Love, One More Night to Live, and Christabel. If you ask me, every single song on this album was amazing in its own special, in their own special way. You know what I mean? I would say it's one of my personal favourites of the album were End of All Hope, Dead to the World, Ever Dream, Forever Yours, The Phantom of the Opera, Beauty and the Beast, and One More Night to Live. Not forgetting Forever Yours, Ocean Soul, and Feel for You. But overall, I just love this album. Really good album. If you haven't heard this yet, I highly recommend you give it a listen, because it is a great album. In fact, I do have Dark Passion Place somewhere as well. I've got a pile of CDs on top of my unit where I keep all my books and stuff like that. But I want to talk about that in a separate, in an upcoming like album review video. No, it's Century Child. Highly recommend it. If you've never heard of Nightwish, it's your first time, you want a good album to get you going, definitely recommend this one. And that is Century Child by Nightwish, released in 2002. Right, so the next album I want to talk about is Settlement by Lamb of God. This is Lamb of God's 2006 release, and I believe fourth album, I believe. And this was, I mean, once again, Charleston. I mean, come on, how many songs are you guys, as fellow metalhead, heard off this album? Walk With Me in Hell, Again Way Rise, Redneck, Pathetic, Foot of the Throat, Descending, Black and the Cursed Son, Forgotten, Lost Angels, Requiem, More Time to Kill, and Beaten on Death's Door. I mean, come on. I mean, come the fuck on. In my opinion, this album was a masterpiece from beginning to end. It was actually the first Lamb of God album I listened to, and then I went on to listen to New American Gospel and Ashes of the New, and Ashes in the Wait and stuff like that. The New American Gospel, you know, Ashes in the Wait and stuff like that. And I mean, this was the album that got us started. Now God has just been a big part of my life since. I'm still kind of bummed that Chris is gone from the band, but I'm certain he's still doing well. Confident that he's still doing well. Hopefully. And like I said, yeah, first Lamb of God album I ever heard, and I was just blown away. Lamb of God, it was, what drew us to them was that mix of early like metalcore and hardcore mixed in with elements of punk and even at times new metal, I would have said. That you've got all those elements there, combine them together, and you've got a sound that I don't think has been matched by anyone at all. This album kicked the shit out of us then, still kicks the shit out of us now, and I just fucking love Lamb of God. So yeah, Saturn by Lamb of God from 2006. Alright, so the next album I want to talk about is, we all know this guy. Come on. If you haven't heard of Jimi Hendrix, get out from under your fucking rock. Not Tartans, yeah. This dude was dude, I mean, Hendrix was, he was the man. He was the man. If there was a guy you could trust to literally eat a guitar and still sound incredible, it was this guy. Yeah, anyone who's never heard of Jimi Hendrix before, go on YouTube right now and search up Jimi Hendrix playing guitar with teeth. It's kind of the same thing as Gene Simmons playing bass with his tongue. But the problem is trying to figure out which one's cooler. I mean, hell, the size of Gene Simmons' tongue, fucking hell, his wife must have been really happy. I kid, by the way, obviously I do kid. I am joking. But Hendrix, there's never been another Hendrix since. There'll never be another Hendrix ever. And this is one of his best albums, I think. A lot of the songs on this album, 17 tracks in total. Freedom, Isabella, Nightbird Flying, Angel, Room Full of Mirrors, Dolly Dagger, Easy Rider, Drifting, Beginning, Stepping Stone, My Friend, Straight Ahead, Here Baby, New Rising Sun, Earth Blues, Astro Man, I'm From the Storm, and Belly Button Window are all the tracks off this album, and that honestly say, from my own personal opinion, this album just beats the fuck out of you from start to finish. You've never heard Hendrix before. This is an album to get you started. You're welcome. Jimi Hendrix, First Rays of the New Rising Sun, and I'm not exactly sure the date from what I can go from the back of the case. It was 2010. This is clearly a compilation album. Still a hell of an album. This was actually the album that got into Hendrix, by the way, so once again, you're welcome. And now, here comes a fucking classic. 1984's Ride the Lightning from Metallica. I mean, what's to be said about this album that hasn't already been said? It's just, tracks are some of the best shit you'll ever hear. Enough said. This was obviously like the second last album that Metallica would do with Cliff Burton, the last being Master of Puppets, which I'm also going to cover in a future video as well. Excuse me, guys. This kicked my fucking ass from start to finish the first time I heard it. I was like, but then the more I listened to Metallica, the more I was like, the more I started thinking, heavier, harder. I mean, what could be harder than this album from Metallica, man? I mean, come on, but heavier, down-tuned guitars, snares like sound like some like someone's annoying kid just sat there banging on a trash can lid. Metallica like, we've got you covered, and so they came out with the final album on my list. You can probably guess what it is already. This is Metallica's Ride the Lightning from 1984. So you can probably guess what's last. No fucking joke. 2003's Saint Anger. And yeah, I admit I'm one of the fans who love this album. If you ask me, take away Lars's snare, it's more or less perfect. Don't kill us. For those of you who love this album as well, as much as I do as well, who also love this album as much as I do, comment your favourite track if you want to down below in the comments. Because I've got a few off this one. I've got, for me, some of mine are Frantic, Saint Anger, Some Kind of Monster, Shoot Me Again, That Unnamed Feeling, All Within My Hands. Those are some of the ones those are mine. Comment yours from the album. I would really like to see yours. Now, better explain myself a bit here. I done a video a while back. Defending this album. Now, I'm almost certain that the reason everyone hates on this album as much as they do is because Lars snare sounds like shit on this album. We all know that. I mean, Lars snare sounded fine on every other album before and after. So how on earth does it manage to sound like some kid with fucking Down syndrome banging away on a fucking trash can little less bass? This is one of the best worst metal albums of all time. And if that's confusing, there you go. Listen to this album, and you'll see what I mean. If you can get it. If someone out there wants to take out the snare, listen to just the tracks without drums, then you'll see why I love this album so much. It would be perfect if it wasn't. If the snare didn't sound like a spaz kid banging away on a fucking trash can lid. That shit fucking ruined the album. And I'm not making fun of if anyone gets too worked up in the comments. You shouldn't be saying that about special needs kids. Calm the fuck down. I know people special needs and special needs, and every single one of them can take a fucking joke. So relax, will you? Yeah, like I said, if it hadn't been for the snare, this album would have been perfect. Just saying. This shit kicked me fucking ass from start to finish. It was actually the last Metallica album I got to. In fact, I got Hardwired before I got to this. And you probably, and the lawyers out there probably don't like that now saying, well, that's a good thing. I disagree. I kind of wish I found this album sooner. But what put us off was how much people were saying, it sucks, it's Metallica's worst yet, as if Lord and Ray Lord weren't bad enough. To be honest, I actually like Lord and Ray Lord as well. It's a shame I don't have any physical copies, so I can cover them in a future vid as well. But I am actually a big fan of Lord and Ray Lord as well. Yeah, 2003's Saint Anger by Metallica. Once again, if it hadn't been for the snare, this album would have been perfect. Take away the snare, this album is perfect. Put the snare in there, yeah, it kind of just fucks up the whole album and just shit all over it, basically. So yeah, 2003 Saint Anger by the one and only Metallica. Fucking incredible album, minus the snare. Fucking shit album, including the snare. Glad we get that cleared up. Okay, so those are five my favourite metal albums. Mostly metal albums. Was one rock album in that, of course, which is of course this one. But like I said, there was no in the comments. But what albums do you have down? Like some of your favourites? Doesn't even have to be five. Five can put down many as you want. It would just be interesting to hear a couple of different viewpoints. Like I said, don't be arseholish about stuff. I do report and remove any arseholes in any cunts in the comment section. So just remember that. Like I said, for all the same, just give us your viewpoints on what you think of my selections, what you would pick. I'd love to read those, but please do be respectful. Be respectful, please. That's all I ask. Like I said, all of these albums, when I first heard them, they kicked the shit out of us to a degree where I wanted to hear more. I wanted to fuck with these bands some more, because it was like I just found like this. It's like being a pirate, and I'm not gonna make some joke about Hailstorm. Hailstorm, that's not what I'm doing here. Unless we're going on a treasure chest party across the Tortuga, in which case let's let's set let's set sail because funny balls won't be wet forever. So nah, it's like seriously, it's like being a pirate. And for me, this was the treasure chest was what contained these albums, and then these albums were the actual treasure. I mean, I'll tell you. So no apologies for me. By the way, I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. Those albums right there. The start of everything for us, more or less. Not apart from Saint Anger, the rest of them did. It's just I just want to listen to heavier stuff from Metallica. I got into Megadeth and Slayer and stuff like that from Lamb of God. I got into like to Hatebreed and Madball and Suicidal Tendencies even. From Hendrix I got into the likes of Eric Johnson and Johnson, Eric Clapton, and just a great host of 60s rock artists. And from Nightwish I ended up getting into bands like Amaranth and Within the Temptation and all these different bands that could be considered like goth or gothic to a certain degree in somewhere. All these different albums help us branch out into bands of similar sound, like within the same genres. Like I say, Lamb of God with all the like new metal, hardcore, early metalcore kind of thing. Metallica with all the like thrash metal, heavy metal. Nightwish with all like the symphonic metal, gothic metal kind of, and even folk metal at times with Nightwish. Because I'm not sure. I don't know how many of you guys have heard Nightwish's new album. I'm not really that big of a fan of it. I mean, it's not bad, but in my opinion, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Probably because from when I started listening to Nightwish, they were doing the whole gothic thing, and they changed to more of the kind of the whole last album kind of sounded like an Helvetia album. An Helvetia album, in my opinion. It kind of sounded like they were going for more of like a Scandinavian folk metal kind of sound, which I like because they're trying something different at the regular formula. I mean, the whole goth metal things worked with Nightwish for years, but then they come along with this. I don't know. I guess I just want. I guess I just need to listen to the album again. See if I get a different opinion upon second listen. But as of right now, I'm not really that big of a fan of Nightwish's latest album. And like I said, sadly, that was to be Marco Hayatella's last album with Nightwish. Oh, when he left, I didn't like it. I did not like it one bit, but as a fan, I didn't like it one bit. But I do understand that he wanted to move on, do something different, do his own thing, and I wish him all the best, you know. I still do, even though this news was months and months ago. Like months ago now. It's just a shame, and one of the news that bummed us out as well is Lexi left Steel Panther. Yes, I am a fan of Steel Panther. Yeah. And when I found out that Lexi left Steel Panther, yeah. Then Dusty Hill from ZZ Top died, and Joy Jordison died, which I've done something about on my channel as well. So if you haven't seen that and you would like to, it's the third. It'll be the third one from the top. It'll be this vid, then the vid I done on. No, it'll be the fourth one now. It'll be this one. My updates with the vid I done where I checked out and reacted to Cradle of Filth's latest song, and then the Joy Jordison tribute. But like I said, the albums that I've shown in this video I'll not really help us get into metal as much as I am now. And it only continues for me, because there's always going to be new bands coming out that I'll check out and I'll end up either liking or not liking, or not liking and listening to them again and then end up liking them. But other than that, those are 5 albums that got me really got us in a metal. But so yeah, that's it. Master of Puppets video on Master of Puppets, sorry, coming soon. A one for Nightwish's Dark Passion Player coming soon, because I'm certain I've got that somewhere in here. And I've got a few bass covers coming actually. More reviews, lots of stuff coming up that I want to do. So like I said, these albums just kicked the fucking shit out of us, and I thank them for it. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. As always, like, comment and subscribe. I do very much appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, take care yourselves. I'll see you all in the next one. Keep on rocking, guys.